You might say 1 set to failure. I mean, how could that even do it? But the thing is, like, dude, I don't even necessarily like doing 1 set to failure. Like, I like the burn, I like the pump, I like doing multiple sets. But the thing is, if you come in here and your objective is, I want to actually produce muscle growth, I want to bodybuild, then it doesn't matter if you've got to do 20 sets or if you've got to do 1 set. You should be willing to do whatever it takes to stimulate the growth that you're after. So if it's 1 set, boom, that's it. And here's the thing, if you have an arbitrary number of sets that you're supposed to go in and perform, let's say 15 sets. You need to do 15 sets for, 5 different exercises in your workout for chest. Okay, so you start with 15. Well, what if you're not seeing progress? Do you do more sets? Do you go up to 16 sets? Or do you go down to 14? So the thing is, logically, if you start up in that range, then you don't even know whether you're doing enough to stimulate growth or you're doing too much. So really, Mike Minster's talking about how basically the best number to start with is 1. Because if you can't see growth from 1, then you might need to bump up to 2, but surely going to 0 ain't gonna do it. So it really is actually the most effective place to start. Even if you don't think it is, logically it is. You've got to realize your body only has enough resources to produce to a certain amount of stress. So really, it's about finding the fine line in between how many sets can I do and still recover and see muscle growth. So you really do need to find where the best range is, where you can actually still produce muscle growth, see strength gains in between me working out today and the next time that I work out. So you will get to a tipping point to where you're like, okay, whenever I do 2 or 3 sets, I can still see strength gains and muscle increases. But whenever I go up to 4 sets, boom, I start to come back in and I'm only about 80% recovered. So you can actually find out where your systemic resources and the amount of reps and sets you're doing actually draws off, because there is a point where your body does hit a fine line and tips over it.